ultimate. Huge combination abilities here for both those champions. So I actually really like the rounding out of the FlyQuest comp here. They start out with very strong independent jungler and go and get, oh, we have a little fight here on the second chickens.
Yeah, this is actually really nice because Huhi has made the move. Cryogen is coming up, but you cannot be walking in like that, Griffin. He's going to give over a freebie. Flashes back, does get a stun onto Hambach, but
we might have to readjust our early game stats, Azael. This game is definitely going to affect them, as very successful early game for Sentinels.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, Hambach is now up almost an entire level. Masu going to go in onto Rahel and chunk him down a bit, but Hambach way
all about face checking. Looks like we are going to have the Realm Warp available for Dark Wings. Does he want to use it?
They're going to try to go on to Impact, I think, here. Potentially no. Instead, they're looking for Hambach, but the Realm Warp is going to join them up. And now, Geckos has no mana, no health. They got to get out of here, but the Impale is going to be able to land right in onto Griffin. Equalizer comes down across multiple members, but it is Hambach that falls first. Cryogen has arrived earlier than the Bard, and they're going to try to chase for more. Huhi's still moving up for now. Griffin low on health. The heal going to come out. They're going to look for Dark Wings. He flashes, but he's stunned. Dies for free after the flash is donated as well. Huhi just arriving to the Grubs now, and FlyQuest get a couple big kills back.
The kids get some revenge right there. Jungle fight, they get the chase down here, pulling back Skarner and being able to finish him off. Really nice combination from Quad to have the full damage. And
Huhi stole the scuttle.
What in...
He stole it with an auto attack, and now Griffin's got to leave.
Dude, Griffin is still down 20 jungle CS.
He has a smite, too. I guess he just didn't think he needed it, or maybe didn't see the auto attack
here. I thought it was going to actually be good, consolidating the fight. Never mind.
Masu does eat a trap, going to get bound into the wall, and in comes Hambach. Ishtal's impact straight into the wall. Masu flashes back. Here comes the ulti. Masu still surviving for now, but Cryogen has to flash out as his AD carry falls.
Yeah, that was really nice little setup. Huhi's making moves across the map, okay? Bard, #1 stat is annoying factor, and it's through the roof. He stole the crab on the top side, then got back bottom for a very successful gank, and turns out we're splitting Grubs at the moment, and since looks like Hambach is going to have alone time with the last one, Sentinels will retain their control over the neutral objectives as try and get an extra little head start on that minion wave. Maybe he can chunk out one. Oh, they're going to rotate over. Griffin's got a blast cone. He's going to ult through.
Oh, here he comes, but he's going in a little bit too late. They want to try to look for a fight, but they're not going to be able to find it. So the Grand Starfall gets a bit of nothing. Geckos had walked down pretty much all the way because neither top laner had TP, and Impact equalized the wave. So they were thinking, hey, maybe if Geckos can get down here in time, we could find a fight. At the end of the day, though, the Grand Starfall amounts to nothing, and that is a long cooldown to be using.
Yeah, I was wondering what angle. Well, here we go, another Bard ult.
Tempered Fate there, binding. Trap going to be able to follow it up as well as he is getting CC'd. The bubble gets flashed over by Rahel. In comes Hambach with the Ishtal's impact. He's going to flash in for the Impale on the Masu, who has no flash available. It's a double for Rahel as Griffin, the one starting up this Herald for now. Masu trying to get this wave moving in the right direction, but they just do not have prio to start this up. His bot lane is pushed in. The Realm Warp's coming through. Ishtal's impact into the wall. The Impale going to get flashed away from. Darkwing's taking quite a bit of damage here from Masu and Cryogen. They're going to try to re-engage with the Grand Starfall, but it's right in onto a trap. Griffin is still going, but he's so low on health, buying a little bit of time as the double knockup comes through from Geckos. The Spiraling Spear is there as well, but Quad is knocked down. It's another 2 kills for Rahel. FlyQuest just don't have the damage to be looking for a fight like this. It seemed like a big...
But then Pantheon ulting back in, your spear goes in the ground. Caitlyn knows exactly where to put the trap. So if you ult ever...
And now, you commit to that fight when you're already down. You lose the fight anyway, so now you're down about 4K. They're going to lose the dragon, and now it is sole point here for Sentinels, who's taking
Caitlyn. And the map is kind of crumpling on bottom side. It is going to be traded with some top side pushing. Quad will eventually be able to answer.
FlyQuest trying to maintain some control in this bot side here, but it is Rahel pushing up mid, and it is Quad going to get interrupted under his tower. I don't think they can look for a dive in this spot, but they do kill off
big first things necessary for Hope to stay alive.
And Gakko's going to be in some trouble here. They are trying to move down and help him out, but Huhi here pretty early. Call the Forge God is going to come out as well as the Grand Starfall. They're going to be looking for impact, but Darkwings is here, Rahel is here, Hombach is here, and FlyQuest are slower on the fight. Gakko's trying to run the Ishtal's impact, going to connect in onto Quad, and Quad in so much trouble. The Spiraling Despair comes through. They do get one kill on the side. Masu able to sidestep the Impale. Rahel stepping forward, though, looking to take the fight. Darkwings in the middle of the team, knocking them down. Sentinels running over FlyQuest. They get destroyed in the bot lane.
GG right there. Rahel comes in, crit, crit, crit on the back line. And that is going to be an ace for one. The sacrificial impact here, well worth it. The outside of the lane there makes it hard to escape.
Back to live is Griffin going to get caught out once again. There's no way he's getting out of this one. Masu and the rest of the team have got to run. They're trying to ahead. Nearly 4,000 gold, the individual lead down for Rahel.
Yeah.
They do too.
You got to make up a lot of gold here for items, but you do it by making picks.
The Protobelt way, looking for a pick on an impact.
Go.
It's going to work because he Protobelts out here as Hombach continues to build that lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens usually when you're that far.
Takes you back to the base.
True, that's actually the funnest part.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, no.
But we'll see.
Okay, well.
Now you're praying for Elder. Let's be real, as they're going to look for an engage here. Impact taking a lot of damage. He's going to get bubbled up. Nicely timed Tempered Fate. Immunes the pop there from the Spiraling Despair. Griffin trying to...
And honestly, rightly so, but good defense from Huhi there. Kept him alive. Now Gakkos.
Call the Forge God going to be coming out. They are looking for the stun here, interrupting the Call of Forge God, redirecting. Gakkos flashed over the wall, but he's got no way out from this spot. It's a pretty easy pickup there.
Locations to just teleport on you and collapse after a play occurs. So Sentinels make good on good timings.
And your Soul Laners are super strong too. They're both up 2K individually, so even if you somehow magically kill Rahel, you might just be dying to the Rumble as well as the Rise.
Ooh, good immune there.
Yeah, nice Bellows Breath, immunes the Tempered Fate. Cryogen not so lucky. Stunned, suppressed, knocked into the wall. Looking to barrel down the mid lane and see if they can close it out with another pick.
Ooh, I think they're going to be successful in that endeavor. Mid tower already down. Bot side, Darkwings has the minion wave here, ready to evaporate this tower as well. And Impact, even looking for a little bit of an angle here. Can they get even more? Caitlyn Trap starting to go down. I mean, the closest timer is Elder, so that's what they're thinking is nobody make any, like the only possible way Sentinels like kind of lose this game, somebody blunders at the Nexus right now, and then FlyQuest.
That headshot was 60% of his HP. Ouch.
Yeah, that's an ouch.
He's not the president anymore, too many deaths.
They're like, you know what?
He's been downgraded.
Nobody really wants to take that.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, Masu gonna pop the barrier as impacting a ton of damage. Cryogen might just burn down. He does. Darkwing's on the side, dueling against Griffin. He's winning that. And the Elder is being killed at the same time. Sentinels loses no one as it's just a couple members looking for the fight. Now the Realm Warp comes through. The three-man knockup. Masu is just shot out of the air. Rahel has been unstoppable start to finish as Sentinels dominate the first game here against FlyQuest. Hombach and Huhi want to chase Quad. They want another kill to pad the stats, but it's Impact, it's Rahel, and it's eyes on closing out this first game. Quad is going to die as well. Darkwings can't get there to steal the kill, but the Nexus will fall as it is 19-4 in just under 30 minutes. Sentinels going to be able to close it out and take game one.
Beautiful game from Sentinels, controlled.
There's a lot of ways for Sentinels to start fights. You know, whether it is an Asho Arrow or an Encore or a Renekton flank, a Sejuani ult, you know, there's so many good tools there. And Mel is going to be the answer into the Aurora.
Matchups, then yeah, okay, you're going to have a lot of losing you know, CS deficits and stuff, but some of the things were like lazy recalls or, you know, getting outplayed, and Hombach up here with the Sejuani.
Yeah, Gakko's just jumped in, and he is gonna regret that. Hombach was waiting for him. Easy bait there.
This moment in time for FlyQuest, how they handle this is gonna be critical. So they are gonna pull the Dragon.
There's the early dominance popped here from Impact. We'll get him a pretty nice trade onto Gakkos, but of course, Now you're going to have to be worried about a potential dive. Griffin's on the other side, though, doing the dragon.
Yeah, and with the trade for these grubs, looks like it's just going to be the 2 for Hambach. Wants to get back. I think it was CrowdGen himself that put it, that we saw him when he was clearing out enemy vision in Dragon Pit, and then he put that one too. Because this...
Oh, flash forward, he gets him with the final auto, goes across the veil, and dodges out from the glacial prison. Quad, in his career first game on the Aurora, gets a solo on Darkwings.
Clean right there. Gets the summoner spell as well too. The flash and the death. Here we go on top side.
Griffin probably went too far here. He's trying to stay around. They do get the camp. Impact is running back to the tower. Seraphine is coming up here. Quad is on the roam. Gatghost is going to have to flash the wall. Will do so. And does get out at the end of the day.
Sejuani ult at the end was used also to try and punish, but couldn't quite do it.
Ash Arrow is going to nail Gatghost. They saw that going through mid lane, through the top lane. Gatghost, I guess, just didn't see it. Griffin is up here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get out. Knocks him back. Impact, slice, dice forward. Can't quite catch back up to Gatghost. That has got to be so frustrating for him, but in comes Hambach trying to help turn it around. Griffin finishes him off, though, and Hambach is not going to be able to win the 1v2. Will be able to push them back. But damn, that's frustrating for him. As well as Seraphine, as well as the Renekton stun. It's pretty much guaranteed you're going to get some good value.
Yeah. Honestly, my question right now, too, is are we convinced?
And this was him, moments before they actually lost. He said, in the end, it's going to come down to just one fight. They found that fight. They came back in that game. And we'll see if they can do that here once again as Griffin missed on the ulti. They're going to go in, though. Rahel in trouble already. Quad flashes forward. Ezreal is pumping out the damage. Gatghost is going to try to get involved. The two-man charm is going to mean Griffin falls into shutdown there for Darkwings. Gatghost flashing forward. Darkwings flashing out. Hambach is low, as is Darkwings. The poke landing here from FlyQuest, but they can't lock down any more members to get some more kills.
Yeah, you can kind of see it already. So part 1 was good. FlyQuest, though.
Quad could be in some trouble here. Is going to pop the weirding. Goes across the veil, kiting back. Gatghost arrives. Huhi here to try to shield up and protect the team. And Huhi are behind him. Cryogen is moving down. We'll see if they can actually defend this in the 2v3, if he'll be here in time. It's going to be started off there by Hambach, but he's just going to run for the hills. Pops the Ghost Blade as the TP's coming in from Impact. So they are going to lose this tower. It should be first tower there for Sentinels, unless Quad is about to kill the top lane one, but that's going to be a nice little injection of gold.
Interesting that they're going to give up 2 lanes to do this, though, mid lane and top lane. So it's going to, yeah, both of those are actually going to fully go down. Top lane, I'd say, yeah, I mean, what is Quad is fucking up. Just to watch here as well. Hambach does have the ultimate.
Yeah, Gatghost is down there with him. Hambach, though, pushing forward onto Masu. Cryogen looking for the tether onto Hambach. There's a battle on the side. Quad going to go forward across the world here, trying to get the damage down to the back line. Not going to be able to find too much, though, as Griffin gets in on the back line, and Huhi just gets shredded. Quad onto Rahel, and Rahel is gone. With the Ash falling, they're not moving, so they're just going to have to give this up. We'll see if Hambach wants to just try to get in there and trade his life for it. Darkwings has now moved over. Huhi is coming now, but it's down to 4K. Gatghost is on the side trying to threaten them. They get vision on it with the Hawkshot, but Hambach just cannot get in. The Encore is going to whiff. The Baron is going to be secured. And FlyQuest, maybe they want to fight now. Hambach going to try to jump over the wall. Quad looking with the weirding, cannot connect. They do get a bounty on the bot side with that tier 2 tower being taken.
Props to Griffin for continually assassinating one of these squishies. But I also think we saw some poor setup from Sentinels as Impact. Going to be able to slice and dice, gain some distance.
Yep, for now, getting back. He did spend his flash. He has the dominance in a couple seconds. Should not die there. Griffin covering Quad. They're going to TP in. Griffin's going to go for the fight, but he's getting CC'd up heavily here. They're turning around onto Griffin. Can they finish off the kill? They can. Impact arrives on the teleport. Quad is in trouble. Pops a weirding, trying to kite it out, but can't do it. A couple of big kills there for Sentinels on the top side, and they should be able to grab this tower as well.
I actually love that. They don't want to let FlyQuest just push all lanes with Baron buff, so they fully commit. Overload top side, send all 5 people. Our greatest strength is the synergy with full 5, and they just fully attack a side lane here. You're still going to take losses from the Baron empowered sieges.
A little bit of poke coming out there from Darkwings as Masu is trying to fight and get this damage down on the Hambach, who's just sidestepping everything.
Yep, they've got a good setup this time around. Good front line here, pushing bot wave. Griffin gonna start some damage on this dragon though.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've seen a single Mystic Shot connect, and now Masu taking quite a bit of damage there. And Impact is going to be spotted by Quad. They're going to try to get in. It's going to be a flip potentially here. The Mikhails is used, and it's taken away by Hambach. Masu is put low, trying to force a response.
And look at the wards. He has so many wards here that could come in for teleports for the Aurora. One behind Raptors, one behind their own jungle. He's going for the Gromp ward.
Yep, he's going in very far behind them, and he hasn't been spotted just yet. Hambach getting low. Impact arrives with the TP shield, and here he comes, but he gets instantly Ash Arrowed. He does get into the Zonias. The Encore across everyone, though. Look at the damage coming in on Quad. He is sent running. It's all up to Masu. Hambach is trying to protect Rahel, but Griffin flashes in on him, and down goes Rahel. And no matter how resilient they were, Sentinels cannot get it across the finish line in this one. They made FlyQuest work for it, but that flank from Quad is gonna seal the deal in game 2.
Woo! They destroyed it right there. FlyQuest gonna grab a win, push us to another one.
They're going to push on the base here. It's just up to these two members. Can they cut the wave? Hambach is not that tanky in the middle of 5. FlyQuest knocked down the first Nexus Tower, knocked down the second, and will push us to a game 3 here against Sentinels. We are in for a treat.
Woo! Quad had a lot of confidence with it, so I think this looks very comfortable for Sentinels. Impact's history on Shen, also worth noting here. Brought it out at internationals even, and so I do like all these flexes and the threats from Sentinels, and they end up with their players on the champions that they're super
Shen, and a lot of times when I talk to pro players and I ask about, oh, Shen's really strong right now in solo queue, you know, you guys consider, they always reference the wave clear's too weak. We are going to see this connected on, and it's going to be the Vi going down pretty much for free. Walked in, claims the scuttle, but just kind of stood there and took it.
On jungle
Crab
here.
on your brain.
Got Crab on the brain. We'll discuss it later, though, because we got Dragon on the menu.
Crab on the brain, Dragon on the menu. We'll see if FlyQuest can push them back. Flash forward there with the Shattering Strike on 2. Griffin is getting knocked down so fast. Rahel picks up the kill, and that was important as Rahel had been put so far behind. Quad moving down, but can't really find anything. It's just a great engage from Huhi.
This game is just supports beating up on junglers, man. Support is OP. They're trashing us out there. Cryogen just wrecked Hambach in the first play. Now Huhi completely annihilates Griffin in the second one as he jumps out after his jungler is able to get the dragon too. So, I mean, that was a beautiful Q flash from Huhi and grabs the flash from Griffin as Griffin flashes to try and get away from it. Boom, right into it, and he gets the stun. So, nice supports versus junglers, and supports are 2-0, bro.
Yep, and now Vi is level 6 here. He's going to go back in, and in comes the Stand United. They want to fight for this. He's going to be able to claim it. Griffin dies again. Can't get the smite. The destroyed mental of your opponent. Oh, flash forward. They're going to fully send it. The stun is there to follow it up. Quad is in trouble. He will burn down, but not before he gets one back. That is double flash, and it was just the Vi flash, but Darkwings had to flash to follow up with the stun.
Yeah,
so with the Anivia flashing too, that makes it a lot more tough, and Impact getting aggressive, missed the pull through on that second Q, and doesn't want to commit to it just yet. Griffin is in the area, so if he overchases, he could be in trouble, but is able to deny this cannon, I think, at the very least, so that should be annoying for Gatkos.
All right, now that we have some time, I'd like to bring you back to the first crab fight.
Rush, by the way. I know sometimes gym players feel like they need it for that move speed, but going to open up the curtain call here as they are full sending out of Darkwings. That is that missing flash. They're going to pop the Pop Blossom to try to knock him down here. Will be able to finish him off as out goes Gatkos. He is just ulting through to the enemy base where he could probably look for a recall here. I think he has time.
Yeah, should be able to do it right through the minions. Vi, Q. He doesn't have flash and doesn't want to go you know, use ulti or anything. Couldn't get there. Jungler's on Dragon, dealing with the Dragons.
Can't get down there. It's going to keep leaking. Impacts up. Should you go Titanic? Is it too expensive? Is it more effective to just go full tank and, you know, build a little bit of wave clear here with Sunfire or Hollow Radiance, as a lot of people do prefer.
And then there's the debate of, do you want more damage as we have a fight, though?
Yep, here comes the Stand United. They're going to full send it onto Griffin. His same place, Deja Vu in the middle of everyone. And he finds a monster engage. The Magnet Storm hitting everyone there as FlyQuest have to run. The Stand United got...
Because, yes, Shen ultimate, you know, the top side always has something extra they can give to it. Also, wait a second, now Impact under tower getting...
Yeah, Impact could be in some trouble. Gakko's going to be able to flash out as they knock down Impact, and now they can set up for a redive here onto Huhi. You can see Hanbok is moving up, as is Darkwings, and Hanbok is going to be spotted. Griffin's just running straight in onto him, and he's going to have to flash back over the wall as he went for the Vault Breaker over the side. Now going to be rooted up there by the Jhin. Masu on point with the curtain call, trying to get the kill, but instead it will go to Cryogen. FlyQuest with a great play on the top side, knocked down a couple, and are trying to threaten for first tower.
Man, they really good responses here from them too. I mean, we're getting maximum value out of a lot of these deadly flourishes. The range here from Masu really coming in clutch, following up on so many plays. The mid lane play where Quad hit the stun, bot side play where Cryogen hits the snare. Top side here, they're going to get the tower as well, and that is first tower bonus gold for FlyQuest.
Oh, you can raise me. I'm down for it.
I'm so addicted. It is so fun.
Masu going to be in a lot of trouble. Cease and desist is thrown out, and he is knocked down through the barrier. No chance to survive there. Didn't have the flash, and Rahel absolutely destroyed in there. Gakkos doing his best to hang on to this tower. Darkwings just going for the pretty standard new age Roa rush, but we'll see if he is going to be going in towards Leandry second. I always am a pretty big fan of it, but does not look like it with the Mana Crystal. And now they're trying to set up a potential dive here. In comes Masu to try to back him up. Darkwings is just tanking this up there, has the passive. It takes them a while, but they do eventually knock down Gakkos, are able to pull off the dive.
And look at that. It was moments ago we were talking about the FlyQuest over 2,000 gold lead. Immediately chopped down here. Some good plays from Sentinels. And they still have a Shen ult they could try and use to save for help.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any way to save him now. He has no flash. They pop the Stand United. He does reposition himself, and Blast Cones out to safety. Beautifully done there, barely getting out. Impact is going to be in some trouble. The Herald going to get summoned here. Darkwing's not in position to be able to actually wall this one off, so the charge will come through. I cannot believe he survived. The Stand United, that was almost a Blackfire Torch burn down. Quad barely misses out on the kill.
No way! Impact stole it!
Oh my god.
Yo, Titanic, baby!
Oh my god.
Hit him with the burst!
In for the cease and desist onto Quad, and Masu and Cryogen going to be able to push up and should knock down this tower. Second of the game is Griffin scrapping with Impact, but it got low and he didn't smite.
Yeah,
it,
he's
right?
waiting around. Yeah,
he was waiting around at 600, so he's like, hey, he doesn't have it. Now Hanbok going to go back in. Nice buffer on the scatter. The Stand United is coming through. It's the flash over the wall onto Quad. Quad going to be able to flash back over the wall, but Impact chasing him. Hanbok is low as Gakkos arrives. Griffin battling in the midst of everyone, but Cryogen has been pushed back. Rahel has killed off Masu on the side, and Sentinels are winning out in the fight again. Griffin doesn't have the juice to get the job done, and Gakkos has no damage left. Sentinels are going to take down all of FlyQuest. It's going to be a delayed ace.
Ooh, I mean, that on top of the 3 dragons, Zale. Looks like Sentinels.
Their way in here. This would be Soul, and they are just rushing it down. Hanbok and Rahel killing it quickly. Griffin going to be going in. In comes Gakkos into the back line. The Dragon at 4K. Griffin looking to get in for it, but he's not going to be able to get it low yet, so they're just going to have to back off because Darkwings is crushing them on the side. Gakkos incredibly low. Griffin's going to go back in. Pops the Crescent Guard. The pop blossom across multiple members. Hui's in trouble. Rahel is dominating those. He knocks down Cryogen. Griffin's still alive, but not for long. The killer instinct from Rahel goes into the back line. They're focusing down Quad. Quad is going to get knocked down. Rahel barely survives time and time again. FlyQuest cannot finish off these low health bars. Sentinels walk away from the fight with blinking HP, but only one death in the curtain call can find nothing.
Beautiful again from Sentinels for the engage. and they can create this zone where Gakos is walking out slowly, taking so much damage. Meanwhile, Impact over there with the Shen.
In damage, he has no spell pen, and it feels like they can't kill frontline.
If you only have 4 shots on Jhin, and Shen, your response time is very short, no matter what lane people are coming from, and you're very durable, so you can create
effectively. But Sentinels have battled back again. You know, they get themselves into these deficits, but they're really playing well from a deficit. You know, it's so dangerous to walk up and just try to hit that thing. Remember, after the broadcast, head on over to the Cloud9 YouTube and Twitch channels for the scene. Oh, we're going to find an engage. Pop Blossom coming through. Rahel is going to go in, but Rahel maybe went too far. He goes into the stasis. He could be in a lot of trouble here, flashing out to safety for now, though. Impact getting low. The curtains are going to get called. Rahel is going to get knocked down. He has been finally killed off. Gakos flashes out. Cryogen is incredibly low. It will just be big from Rahel, though. He had enough gold for the Zhonya's. So he uses the Seekers, but now he has it up and ready to go once again here. FlyQuest will knock down a tower on the bot side, claim that bounty, and Gakos does pull the Elder. Humbach has based, and he has a GA now, so he's coming back out from base here. Quad completed the death cap, and he is going to be teleporting back in to join the team. Huhi, though, looking for a flank. He's not been spotted, and Huhi could be getting in the backline. Now Quad going to try to mark him. Humbach going to get involved on this. Does vault over the wall. Cryogen looking for the Pop Blossom, but Rahel is just going to pop the Zhonya's. Masu's in trouble on the side as he gets flashed on there by Huhi and stunned up, and Masu is going to get knocked down by Humbach. FlyQuest have no damage. It's a double for Rahel. Masu is not going to be able to survive. Quad has to flash to safety, but it's a 1v5, and this should do it for Sentinels.
Great stuff from Sentinels. Nice approach there. This time around, Rahel knows, all right, just the Nico and the Scion on my side, there's not a lot of damage there. I can definitely go for the full engage. Uses the upgraded Zhonya's, and Sentinels cleanly are going to end out this game.
Going to be able to march it down here and finish it off. Sentinels going to get their first series win of the split here, move themselves to 1-2. People were favoring FlyQuest in this one. We'll see if FlyQuest can hold on. Their respawns are coming through here very shortly, but Rahel is just focusing down the towers. Masu is back up. Quad is still here. There's a lot of low health bars. The curtains are going to get called, and there's going to be the GA popped already. Darkwings is running for the hills. Cryogen trying to get back up. Humbach going to turn and fight and might just kill Cryogen. Can't quite do it. The Elder and the Baron are both alive, and the Jungler is dead. They could try to rush out here and get more. Griffin is going to look, and look at the devastation on the face of Golden Glue. He knows this is a problem. How much
can trade? And you do, again, you're still going to want the Elder for the combat power, but at least for Sentinel's sake, they're able to trade. Rahel goes up there, plenty of damage, and so Sentinels at least are going to be able to salvage it there. I would still like to retract my previous statement of the clean more. All right.
FlyQuest, though, maybe going to try to force here. Gakos moving forward is going to get walled off. They're knocking down the tower. Humbach is on the side. Sentinels intelligently just back it up, but Gakos is going to try to just force it down. They know this might be their only chance to try to make something happen. Impact on the side is going to get jumped on, knocked up, scattered. Impact has to shadow dash back over the wall. Will stay safe. Next wave coming in now for FlyQuest. They are really trying to force here.
Wave clear from Anivia is very difficult to deal with, and the walls, just the wall spam, wave clear. Look how much damage the tower has taken. Almost none. There's walls off mid. Gakko's trying to run straight through those.
Yeah, it's still the Shen just pushing through bot, trying to put the pressure on this. Dragon is getting incredibly low, and Griffin is not able to get there. They're claim it. In comes the Stand United. Humbach is into the backline. Griffin is bursting down. He pops the Crescent Guard, trying to stay alive. Huhi trying to get in there to finish him off. Flash forward from Darkwings. The first kill is going to go their way. The Pop Blossom is there as Rahel is in the backline with the Stasis pop. Everyone on FlyQuest is falling. They got there too late, and it was far too little. Gakos will try to buy some time, but they got a wave bot. It doesn't even matter. Sentinels finally will seal the deal with a teleport down to bot lane. They're going to take the series, knock down FlyQuest, and finally claim their first victory of the split with a monster performance from Rahel on the Kaza, looking good in this one.
Congratulations to Sentinels. They worked for it, and they get the dub.